A note on and with flowers and water lily macaws over there tender with each other, if you see roses. Note on girl most likely translated here, offered here in adaptation as Imogen. Perhaps in other markets too. It makes sense because it's about Imogen mostly, the heroine, portrayed by Kristen Wiig, a very interesting actress. Uh, I have a feeling she is a very smart woman, which is saying something. And it may be true if we consider Blink, psychology classic, Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking by Malcolm Gladwell, and the theory of thin slicing, which basically suggests that from ancestors we have this ability to judge very fast. Those who couldn't take decisions quickly in under 1 minute, vital decisions, and ones that would make the difference between life and death, meaning that there's your chance to eat. If you don't take it, you die of starvation, or you need to act fast because you'd be eaten. These are the people who sent us genes throughout the ages. The contemplators have died. And also, there's this tendency we have of putting the negative first. If the earth trembles, I will abandon you here and just run for cover. Not think of positive, it's a sunny day. Trying to return. So I'm thinking maybe with blink, thin slicing, I'm right in assuming that Kristen Wiig is unlike so many actors who endorse, support Mark Ruffalo. The likes of Mélenchon and extreme leftists, uh, people who go for Chavez, for well, the late Chavez, for but very responsible for what's going on in Venezuela now with his picked successor, the bus driver Maduro. Um, Castro, the T-shirts with Che Guevara, another criminal, killer, admires Putin. Anyway, trying to return, wonderful role, complex, challenging. A woman who is hunted, who has issues. She has a lot to speak for her. She's creative. She's talented. She's kind. She's generous. She's human. She feels for her brother. She is endowed with a high EQ, which is studies show twice as important as IQ. Emotional intelligence is better than just intelligence. And the IQ much we have so much cherished, and we still do, many of us. Um, Resilient, grit is again, it seems, much more important, perhaps again twice as important as IQ. But she has some idiosyncrasies, she had some, let's call it bad luck, and she has a very interesting, challenging surrounding with her very peculiar Outre mother, Zelda, Madion Bush, a very George and a very weird companion for her mother, in a way recalling his fabulous role in There's Something About Mary. But here he's not a detective cheating on his customer, Ben Stiller, but he is looks like a phony CIA agent who pretends to have a secret activity. He looks for a long time, but who knows? I'll not divulge anything. She is depressed. She has to go back to New Jersey, whereas her dream was to be in New York. At one point, she is with a friend there, and who's part of a copy of the Backstreet Boys performing in Atlantic City. And in New York, she says, "Look, everybody is dressing so nice. People are so smart, and it's so good here. Why not want to be here in New York?" And then a man passes by, and he's spitting loudly in a on what was there, a tree, a pot with a tree or something, a bush. And there's this brother who's another weirdo. Well, I'm not kind here, but um, he is strange. But the point being that, uh, especially since his invention is useful at one point, that we need to celebrate strangeness. We don't have a mold, and we have to celebrate normal, ordinary people. Famous Robert Redford film, wherein the ordinary people have so much trouble, so many problems, psychological and otherwise. So the brother is inventing an exoskeleton. He's obsessed with crabs and marine life, and he creates something that we can get into, a shell, but huge, big for humans. And in case of an emergency, because we need this protection, uh, we have we have been mollusks, our ancestors, many millions of years ago, unless uh, you are a creationist and you don't give the earth that much. So we have this need of protection, and he's traveling through New York with that thing with him, a big show. Only crazy as it seems, it proves very useful at one moment. Very interesting, good comedy drama.